AskReddit by Gil Hamedidi. What job allows no fuck-ups? Deleted. The multimedia product that I worked on was actually used to build the app that launched the space shuttle. Sorta made me think. Anesthesiologist. They are some of the most highly paid medical professionals because fucking up your anesthetic means killing you with too much, or you waking up in surgery with too little. No matter who you are or what you did, never lie to the anesthesiologist when they are asking questions. Yeah, especially don't lie about drug use. I didn't lie, and they were very glad. I'm glad to be clean now. I learned by trial and error. The worst parachute rigger ever. My parachute opened with massive twists that were unrecoverable. I felt pretty fast and decided to pull my reserve a little too late. Broke my tibia. They investigated all the parachute riggers and found a huge amount of people cutting corners and improper rigging. Kind of scary. The person who checks the safety harness on a bungee jump. There's one instance that a dude said no jump and the girl thought he said now jump, so she jumped to her death. Pediatric pharmacy. The only error my husband made in something like 10,000 scripts was nutrition. Never a medication error. He'd remember the kids by name and would question changes, typos on the doctor's parts, because he knew the kid hadn't lost that much weight that fast. Their dosages are by weight, not age. Nothing like getting a referral for hospital discharge on a Friday afternoon. 11-month-old weighing 5 kilograms and the family wants TPN until hospice takes over. Grandparents are in town for the weekend to hold the baby for the first time. You need to fit a ton of nutrients into 350ml bag and the baby has a single lumen dedicated to their milrinone drip. So make it work within 4 hours or discharge is held up until Monday. No pressure. Do a good job and the family remembers final week with baby at home. Do a bad job and, voila, you just cut quality of life in half. Your husband is doing great work. Anything involving space travel or being aboard an active duty submarine. In the early days of submarines you could destroy the whole boat by flushing the toilet wrong. https://what's-on.com/art-and-entertainment/nazi-u-boat-malfunction-1455820 close bracket comma. I imagine things are a lot safer nowadays. Deleted. What's it running? Windows Vista. We're going to die. My ex made a small miscalculation on an industrial part he was engineering for like a big crane and cost his company hundreds of thousands of dollars and they had to shut down. The part was for a high precision valve where even a fraction of millimeter is the difference between something being perfect and absolutely useless. As a web developer, if that were the case in my industry I would be out of a job today. Edit. I should mention it was his first job out of college and he was a junior engineer at the time. That company learned a big lesson on why you don't give potentially company destroying tasks to the junior engineer with no oversight. Smart companies put multiple checks by different people along the line if something is that critical. Astronaut. If you mess up in space it's usually bad. Oh lord. Imagine drifting away from Earth like there is no return. Scary stuff. Air traffic control. At one point, it was ranked the most stressful job in the world based on number of decisions per minute. You're responsible for a lot of lives. We do have a lot of lives in our hands but we do mess up occasionally. We are human after all. We fix it and move on. There are a lot of backup systems in place to make sure everyone is safe. The people who climb and repair those radio towers. My brother fell off one of the towers while working on it. His harness luckily caught him and they got him down and he was immediately fired. What did he do wrong? Electrician here. Last year I had a major electrical accident and if I weren't in my full PPE I could have been severely injured or killed. I walked away with no injuries. My hubby is a Sparky too. He calls electricity invisible death. Touch the wrong thing at the wrong time and it's game over. Commercial divers, especially saturated divers. High voltage line inspectors. Cliff diver. Norm Macdonald once said that there are good cliff divers, and there's stuff on a rock. Air traffic controller. I learned the ATCs at a nearby military base only do 4-hour days because they can't allow any dips in performance. Makes the job sound super stressful. Lineman. 1 fuck up and you are dead. 2 fuck ups and there won't even be enough of you left to bury. I'd guess brain surgeon but I'm not 100% sure, and an anesthesiologist would be bad if it got past you and put into the patient. Brain surgeon here. Errors are made with relative frequency, but knowing how to properly address them is very important and can be the difference between a good and poor outcome. Anesthesiologist. My cousin is an anesthesiologist at a teaching hospital. He has some stories. People with multiple pre-existing conditions. The complex cocktails of meds and monitoring needed. Dang, not a profession that tolerates mistakes. Working in the blood bank, any fuck up, even the tiniest clerical error, can cause someone to die a horrible death. There seems to be plenty of error checking in place to catch fuck ups, though, both checking to make sure that the blood is labeled correctly and that it is safe to use. So I do metal roofs. When doing the cap there is no place to fasten for a harness. Do not make a mistake with your footing. Also a metal roofer. There are anchors that tighten to the ribs of a panel that you can tie off to. You torque down these 3 screws and it attaches completely to the ribs. OSHA approved. Look into them. We use them all the time when we get to the cap. Any of the jobs on the deck of an aircraft carrier. Airplane mechanics. As somebody who has this exact job, it depends on the fuck up and how quickly it's noticed. Deleted. You're not kidding. I have a bud who did this job, and he very nearly lost his life. I'm not 100% on the details, but from what I remember there was an issue with the oxygen supply. His partner, they dive in teams, panicked and made them surface too quickly. They both got the bends. The partner died. My bud almost did and was in hospital for months. He didn't return to the role, much to the relief of his family. And me. I was a software dev for trading tools that were used on the stock market. You're literally writing the code that executed millions of dollars of transactions. I'll never do it again. Remember when Robinhood's code forgot to account for 2020 being a leap year, which caused a bad outage and many people lost money? Preparing a blowfish, or a chef that has to prepare a blowfish. So pufferfish become poisonous from eating other animals infested with tetrodotoxin-laden bacteria. Nowadays ones used for consumption bred in captivity are not actually poisonous. Nuclear missile launch person. https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Stanislav_Petrov. Those underwater welders that have to deal with that delta P variable while they're repairing underwater pipes. They can literally get sucked into a hole the size of a golf ball. Here's a video of it happening to a crab. https://yahoo.be/pxgkxwltt8a. Here's a funnier video of it happening to a crab. https://yahoo.be/nce9qnk7at. That's fucked up. I watched another video on cases of divers being killed by delta P situations. I was surprised that it didn't require the divers to be at great depths. The big red button guy. Mad props to Stanislav Petrov. https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Stanislav_Petrov. I knew a guy who worked on a nuclear aircraft carrier. He said if anyone showed up to work on the reactor drunk, they beat them up. Roof crane operator. I was an overhead crane operator for a few years. The hardest part of my job was dodging the idiots that would just meander everywhere then give me the finger when I blew the siren at them. Looking at you, Mill writes, Jackass 1 is directing me to carry a load over Jackass 2+3, then I get 3 fingers when I hit the siren, throw my arms up and step back from the controls. Explosive ordnance disposal.